Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst. In this video I'm going to be taking you through a strength meter pair, and what I mean by that is it is a currency pair that is going to be featured from the strength meter due to the where those currencies are placed. So we're actually going to be taking a look at pound Swiss. Now pound Swiss is an interesting market at the moment because of where it is technically and the ongoings of fundamentals as well as strength meter. Now I'm just going to talk about the strength meter today, and I'm going to highlight the fact that the Swiss franc is the strongest currency and the pound is the weakest currency. But what we've seen today is a significant increase in pound strength. So that could be for whatever reason, fundamentally or even technically as well. However, we've seen that strength come in. Now the strength meter highlights key reversal zones. So whenever we see sort of the pound, see this orange line down here is currently at -6. Now what that means to me when I'm looking at the strength meter is that it's either really weak, okay, so just put RW, or R, it could potentially reverse that weakness. Now what I do typically like to see is a sort of bottoming out on the strength meter for a couple of weeks, maybe even a push back up, which could give you the idea then to really start looking for a potential reversal to form. But we're looking for potentials anyway. And then if you look at the Swiss franc, it's the same. We're at +6, okay, so what that tells me is that we're either really strong or potentially going to reverse that over there and see it push towards each other. So currently the currencies are diverging. So the Swiss franc is strong, pound is weak. So you'd come to a pound Swiss chart and you'd look to be selling the market, or at least this is telling us that it's in a downward trend. However, if they were started to see these two lines converge towards each other, it could mean that a reversal is forming in that particular market. I hope that makes sense. So let's jump into the chart here. So we can see that we've come into a pretty big area of support and resistance. The market has found support down at this area numerous times, and we've had a pretty big move away from it, especially the last time we came into this level. So downward trend, which was shown here on pound Swissy for some time now, and we can see that reflected here on the chart, okay, and you can see that price is bouncing off this trend line, for instance, and we're making that breakout move to the downside. However, at that major key area of support, strength meter is technically telling us, hey, this market could be coming to an end very soon. We could start to look for some reversal opportunities. Now if I dive into a lower time frame, we can see a very sort of common pattern in the market starting to form. So price forms a double bottom, we break to the upside, price has then retraced back down and is testing the area where those buyers came into the market. So if I was to draw that a little bit more neatly and just zoom in a little bit, you'd be looking at this bullish candlestick down here as an area of support, and you can see that price has come into this point, rejected from the downside, sorry, and then we're starting to get these really low ranging candlesticks showing us that there's not much volume, well, not necessarily not much volume, but buyers and sellers are starting to kind of position themselves. Basically buyers have won today. We can see that price is extending to the upside, so this could give us the opportunity to actually begin to jump on those reversal opportunities a little bit earlier than what the strength meter is suggesting, because we have to understand as well, strength meter is a lagging indicator. And you can see here there's a nice little shelf up here where the market has found support, support, support. We broke through it, we haven't tested it yet, and it's around about a psychological level 1.2. So we could expect maybe the market to extend up to this level here, okay? So how do we trade that? How do we gain knowledge to trade that, or where's the best idea to place ourselves? Now the way I would look at it is looking at previous days high could act as support going into the next day's trading. So if price was to close like this, so that's very important, if price was to close as this strong bullish candlestick, I think that if price was to then pull back the next day and retest the previous high over in here, so if I go to the 1 hour time frame, let me just put the period separators on and we can actually line this up a little bit better. So around about this area here, okay, we can even move our line up to that point so we know exactly where that is. So around about 116.37, that could be a critical area to see price move higher from. Okay, so what I'll be looking for is if price was to trade back down towards this area here, if buyers then start to step back in, we could look for opportunities to trade back to the upside. Now, trading it on a lower time frame gives you the opportunity to have a better risk reward ratio. So, you know, getting in here instead of getting on an end of day position, you can have a tighter stop loss, for instance, which will give you an opportunity to have a better reward to risk and even get out the trade a little bit sooner. So we're expecting the market to maybe come up to 1.2, but if we were trading down here, for instance, you know, we would have a significant reward to risk. So you have 129 pips to play with there. Now, if you saw a double bottom forming, you could get away with a 40 pip stop loss or a 50 pip stop loss below that previous low there, which would give you a really healthy reward to risk ratio. Okay, so pound Swiss, bit of a strength meter idea. We can see that we're coming in to these weekly lows and price has started to bounce. Look for a potential continuation of this reversal. Thanks for watching this video update. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel to see some more Forex trading content, and I'll speak to you in the next video.